long ago did you guys start the business?
About 15 months ago, believe it or not, 15 months ago, and now I make $70K a month. Wow. It's crazy.
Awesome. So, hey, we're here. We're live with the most incredible business entrepreneur, mother, hustler, killing the game, CEO, breaking records, Miss Kourtney Holliday. How are you today?
I am so good. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm super awesome. It's a beautiful day here in South Florida. Sunny. Awesome. You know, how's it over there in Nevada?
It's hot. It's hot.
It's hot. It stays hot,
it's like
right?
104 degrees, but it feels like
Whoa.
120. But, you know, it's okay because we're quarantined anyway.
There you go. Awesome. No wonder you guys are always on fire. You guys live in the heat, right? That's
yes,
crazy.
Exactly. Makes sense.
So you guys don't ever want to go outside. It just makes you just want to stay indoors and just work and grind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. April was my best month, probably because I was inside, not able to do anything.
There you go. Right. So you guys closed what? You told me 137 deals for the month of April.
137. Oh my God. I can't even believe it. That surpassed all of my goals. Everything that I had expected for my business. 137. I was just like, I still can't believe it. I don't know how it happened.
It is crazy because the month before your numbers were, I think you said around 55. You closed 55 the month before?
Yeah, the month before was 55. And that was still good because the goal was just 60 or 70. I think it was like 60 for that month.
Yeah.
And we took maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks off. I spent a week in Maui and I spent another week at a hotel here in Las Vegas just trying to clear my mind.
Nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Just trying to get ready. You know, I got a lot of kids, so I needed some time off.
Wow. So in March, you took some time off, but you still killed it, did 50 plus sales.
Yeah.
And then you came back with a vengeance. And, you know, even obviously with what's going on in the economy, you know, I know some people will be watching this months from now, or even years later. So right now it's May of 2020, right? So so in March of 2020, that's when things went crazy with what's going on with this pandemic.
Right.
But you still had a great month. But then going into April, when all these businesses are tanking and the economy's crashing, you guys had a record-breaking month. You made, you know, record-breaking income. I think the number was somewhere around 70,000 plus. Right?
$70,000 it's crazy. 70,000. Yeah.
That's incredible. So, you know, why don't you just tell the world, you know, who you are, what your business is? You know, let's get a little feel for who is Miss Kourtney.
Okay, cool. So I'm Kourtney. I own a credit repair company called Credit Connect. We help people get their credit fixed really fast. We teach people about financial literacy. We teach classes all over the country, and we do business consulting. So we help people with the automation of their business. We help them branding, marketing, and advertising. And we just do everything business and everything credit.
I love it. That's so incredible. And speaking of credit, because that is the business you're in, I think your backstory is incredible as an entrepreneur. And I know a lot of people watching this, you know, we'll have different levels of entrepreneurs. Some are just getting started. Some are, you know, in that space where they're doing okay, but they haven't really cracked that code to get where they want revenue wise. And then others are already killing it, but they want to be able to work smarter, not harder. Right.
Right.
And I think your story, your backstory is incredible because you guys started Credit Connect. What was it, like a year, 15? Well, how long ago did you guys start the business?
About 15 months ago, believe it or not, 15 months ago, and now I make $70K a month. Wow. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So 15 months, you're at $70K a month. We got to hear the backstory. How did you get into this business? I know it's, you know, obviously you have your incredible husband, your two beautiful children. So why don't you tell everyone the backstory of how this whole thing started?
Well, you know, the backstory is kind of strange. It starts off with me being in the military. After high school, I joined the Army. I didn't know what else to do because I didn't want to go to college. Long story about that, but I joined the Army right out of high school. And in the Army, of course, you get a lot of structure, you get a lot of discipline, you got a lot of people telling you what to do all day. And in that first year, I decided I did not want that for my life. I stayed in for about 5 years. But I knew that I didn't want anybody telling me what to do all the time. I knew that I didn't want to be on the clock, and I knew that I had to be my own boss some kind of way, right? So I figured I need to be an entrepreneur, but what can I sell? What can I do? Because I really like being able to educate people about financial literacy, and I needed to learn more about it myself because I knew that I wanted to buy a home pretty soon after I got out of the military. So me and my husband did as much research as we could. We scraped the internet. We ended up finding someone that was like a credit genius, and we gave him a lot of money and paid for credit repair. That was our first real big investment in our company. We paid this guy to teach us everything that he knew about credit repair, and it was just amazing, so eye-opening, and it was just so much better than I had even imagined that it could ever be. And I started selling right away. Right then I was like, I want to get into this deeper. I want to start, helping more people like I help myself, and like how he's helping other people with credit repair. During all this time, I had already transitioned out of the military, and I had a regular job. I had a 9-to-5. It wasn't a great job, but it was decent. It was keeping the lights on. Me and my husband were both working full-time regular jobs when we started our credit repair company. Wow. That was the beginning of it. Now, God had different plans apparently, because 2 weeks after we learned the class, a few weeks into moving into our first home, before our first mortgage payment was due, I quit my job. I quit.
You were just like ready.
No, I really wasn't ready. I didn't expect it. It was a kind of ultimatum thing. He was like, you got to change this or you're going to get fired. And I was like,
so it wasn't like you were making a bunch of money in credit repair at that point. You were just kind of like getting started.
I was doing okay with credit repair. I was getting a little something here and there, but my husband he had enough money to make all the bills. So I was just like, my husband said I don't have to work anyway. So, okay, fine. I'll go home. About 14 days later, my husband got fired from his job that he had been at for 2 years. He gets completely fired. We have no clue why. So,
wow.
In short, we're both without jobs. First mortgage payment due in about 3 weeks, because I think they gave us 45 days to do our first mortgage payment instead of 30. So we had about 3 weeks and just a little bit of money, not much. We had a few credit cards because we were able to leverage our credit to get credit cards to kind of float us through this tough process. But that was not the plan. Definitely not the plan. We were going to transition out of our jobs once we were already making money,
Right.
But it didn't happen that way. We kind of got thrown into it. And at that point, we just thought, hey, we got to sink or swim.
Wow.
And my worst fear is drowning. So we definitely made it happen. From then on, we just started marketing like crazy. We started telling everybody, hey, we're fixing credit. And one thing led to another. People started hearing about us. People started talking about us. And of course, we had to do something to get the buzz going. We did credit repair for free for like the first 2 weeks, I think it was. We were just doing it for free for everyone that we knew, all their friends, everyone that we could get to sit down and listen to us for a consultation. We did their credit for free and just said, hey, I don't want anything. Just tell people about us. And maybe if you get a good service, leave me a review. That's it. It's going to be completely free. And there were like a few people were saying no, but most people were saying, yeah, like I don't have anything to lose because my credit is like a 400. So if you can fix it for free and I just need to tell someone about it, then, they wanted to do it. Sure. So we went for it and our snowball just got to rolling and here we are.
That is incredible. So you literally, started the business. It was almost like you were just like thrown out of the nest, if you will, and you were forced to, like you said, sink or swim. At that point, did you guys already master doing credit repair, or you were still kind of figuring things out?
So at that point, I would say we were mastered at the process of credit repair, like the back end part of it. We knew exactly what we needed to do to help people's credit scores get better. But we didn't necessarily know how to deliver the product. We didn't know anything about selling. We didn't know anything about marketing. We didn't know anything about even a brand or anything.
That's huge, because I feel a lot of people, when they get into any business, the first thing master is the product itself, like how to actually do the product, whatever it is. So if it's credit repair, how to fix credit. But they don't really understand the idea of running a business, and it's a totally different thing, right?
Very different thing that I didn't even, it didn't even register in my mind as a thought that I would have to, do anything with the business. I was just thinking, I just got to sell this because I got to make my mortgage.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I love it though, because what we found is like when you're forced into a situation, like you said, sink or swim, you'll figure things out and you kind of learn while you earn. Right?
That's the beauty of it. You definitely do. Like if you have that will, you got that drive, then once you get in that situation, you can't be stopped.
So let's look at the fact that you guys kind of already knew how to fix credit, which was great because now you had a skill that you could charge money for, in a sense,
Right.
right? You
Right.
did it for free to go
Yeah.
get the use the terminology snowball, right? So you
Yeah.
started getting
Yeah.
a bunch of customers in there, fixing their credit. They started telling all their friends. So
Yeah.
as you started getting momentum, that snowball started
Yeah.
getting bigger.
Yeah.
When did you realize that you like, oh man, I got to figure out how to get my operations on point. I got to figure out how to get the marketing on point so you could support the business and then ultimately grow the business. Was there a point where you were realizing, man, I don't actually have a business. I just have
Yeah.
skills.
Yeah. That happened really early on, actually, because I was taking out my papers through Cash App, and Cash App shut me down. Believe it or not, like if they're supposed to do personable, oh my gosh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. There you are.
Okay, we're back. So they're supposed to do like family to friend kind of transactions, and after I want to say it was like 10,000 in 1 month from credit repair. Cash App shut me down, and I was like, oh my God, Cash App is down. People are calling me left and right. I can't receive payments. I have clients in different states that I can't reach. And I was talking on the phone nonstop. My consultations were like an hour long. So I was spending my whole day from sun up to sundown and even like throughout the night, texting people, calling people, doing consultations. And I was like, hey, I'm just one person. Like, there's no way that I can keep up with this, but I have to get the money. So that's when my wheels started turning as to what I could do to keep making money and how could I grow my business. And at that point, I just knew, I said, hey, I need to get another me. Like, I need to find somebody else that's just like me, that's just as motivated as me, that's just, you know, excited about financial literacy and credit repair to sell this stuff, because that's the only issue we're having now is I can't get enough people in because I only have two hands. So I looked around high and low trying to find another Kourtney Jade, and it wasn't possible. I didn't find anyone that was just like me, but what I did was I found somebody that wasn't really doing much already. Like, she was actually looking for a job, and I built her up to be what I needed her to be in the company. It was really an amazing, amazing process to where I was able to just tell her in the beginning, hey, I don't have any money for you for a salary. I don't have, you know, any insurance or anything like that, but I got me, and I have will, I have drive, and I got kids. Like, I have to provide, and I know you do too. So if you stick with me, I can get you on. You can do just what I'm doing if you just follow me. If you just post these things the way I posted, if you just believe in me just a little bit, you'll make money in 7 days, like I promise. And she was like, okay, Kourtney, like, I'm down. Like, just tell me what to do. And from then on, I just started telling her everything to do. She started posting like me. She started, you know, reading all the stuff like me and just studying everything. And before you know it, she was selling just like me. And she was doing it, you know, parallel to me. So that doubled my efforts and doubled her income ultimately.
So that was you. So what happened was you created a system. Like, you did it, right? You didn't even know what, you were just taking the actions. You were making money, and you already knew what to say on the phone. You know how to do a consult. You knew the process. So then you realize, you know what? In order for me to double my sales, I got to like scale up. I got to find another me. So all you did, it wasn't that she even knew how to do credit repair.
No, she didn't know anything about credit at all. She didn't know anything about credit.
Wow. And so you literally taught her how to make money in the business. And what you taught her was basically just to do what I do.
Yeah. I just showed her everything I did.
Copy and paste.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just had her like look at my social media, pretty much study my Instagram and replicate, just put it on her Instagram. I even let her run a sale for her family and friends so that she could start up her own stream of everything just the way that I did, but it's still with my back office. So all the money still runs through us.
Right. So in taking that concept then you probably realize, wow, okay, so because you had a system and it was already making you money, you could then train other people on the system, and that was your first trainee, if you will.
Exactly.
And it worked. She was able to go and duplicate the results. And then fast forward now, I know right now, you guys hired another salesperson back in, what was it, January or February? I think you guys did.
January and February. Yeah, as soon as I got with you guys, I had to get a salesperson, another one. Yeah.
Right. And so if we go through what you're saying, I think this is so important. Like, our system that we teach our business owners that we work with, our clients, obviously you being one of our clients, is a system called Scale. And the whole goal is to help businesses scale. And one of the first things we teach people to scale is you got to scale your marketing and your sales.
Exactly.
in order to do that, you've got to be, in front of more people, but you also got to have a good sales process. Can you talk about that sales process that you guys use? How you were able to, obviously you taught your first trainee, but also your sales person now is bringing in like 20 grand a month, 30 grand a month with your sales process. So I need you to kind of just educate some of our business owners watching here about the importance of a consistent sales process.
Okay, so for me, it's pretty simple. I wanted to get people to know me first. I wanted them to like me. And then after that, the sale, it just kind of came natural to me. It was easy because once I built up myself on social media to where they can go to my Instagram and see everything that I have to offer. They see my results. They hear from other clients. They're able to see photos of things that I do. They could look at a picture of me and say, oh, I know her. She's from Credit Connect. Then after that, they started trusting me because they're looking at reviews. They're hearing about me from other people. I heard this one thing that says it takes 7 touches before you get a sale from someone. So I started working all my different avenues to get those 7 touches before the person got to me. So the 7 touches being like social media. Maybe they see me on Facebook. They see me on Instagram. They hear about me from a friend. They hear about me from a family member. Then maybe they see an ad somewhere else. And, the 6th touch being maybe a phone call. And the 7th time we talk, it's a sale.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. So that's it. I just got them to know me, love me, and then, sell. It's really me selling myself more than the credit repair because credit repair isn't a tangible thing. It's not something that I can pass them. So they're literally forking over money before they even know if I could actually do what I'm saying that I can do. But because they know me and they trust me, they do it with no problem.
So what you're doing is you're literally being that person that go-to person. Like when I think credit repair, I think Kourtney, but I feel like I know Kourtney, like she's my friend. I follow her on social media. Like this is my girl, my homie. I trust her.
Exactly. Got it. They all feel like they know me, or their family members do. So the family members vouch for me, and they, I'm in the family.
So it's interesting because we have some clients too, and they have like, instead of branding the individual, like they want to brand the company. How would that work? What's your opinion on that when it comes to like branding the company, where there's not like an individual person that we could say, yo, it's Kourtney, your friend. It's more like, hey, here's the credit company. Here's who we are. Here's what we do. What is your take on that? Do you think that could work as well?
Yeah, it definitely can work. I think that you'll have to use some different techniques because obviously like they can't know you if it's not you as the brand, if you're not selling yourself. But I think that puts you in a more generic lane of like generic sales, generic consultations, and just kind of like one size fits all credit repair or one size fits all of whatever you're selling, because it's not you to them. It's, us to y'all kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's more like a general idea. And for me, just starting out the way that I did, it was a lot easier for me to sell my personality than it was for me to sell credit repair. So I might make a video that's 10 minutes long, and I only mention credit repair for 2 of those minutes. But for the other 8 minutes, these people are getting to know me. They're getting to know my life, and they want more of that. And, maybe them getting more of that is a consultation with me. So they get into the consultation, and of course I'm selling during the consultation, but it's still me who they, they trust and they know. So
they say people buy.
Brand yourself and then try to brand your business, because you can still branch off into something else and people still have like a face identity to who your business is.
Got it. That's really good. I love what you said. It's easier to sell my personality than it is to sell my product.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
That's great. So now that you've covered that part of it, so let's talk about this, because people get also, what we hear from some of the clients as well, is like, well, if I start branding me, then they're not going to want to talk to my team or my salespeople. But that's not the case for you, because you have a team of people who run your consultations for you. Even though you're branding Kourtney, you're not really doing all the calls. You're not doing all the sales. So how does that work? How does it come into play when it comes to your sales team hitting those leads, even though those leads are seeing you on social media?
So honestly, that was a tough transition for me right in the beginning. I'll say it was a rough spot for maybe 7 days. That's only just 7 days, because I'm really honest and open with my clients or my potential clients. So I let them know. I just gave them a quick heads up. Hey, in my videos, hey, if you guys are going to sign up, call us. You can talk to us. Then I just start changing how I position myself. So now I'm not saying you call me, I'll fix your credit. I'm saying you call us and we can help you out. Little things like that go a really long way, and just their subliminal conscience, I guess you call it. Like, because they start hearing you say us or we, and they know that, you know, she said us, so somebody else might answer the phone. It's a potential, you know, a possibility that someone else might answer the phone when I call. And now it's getting to the point where so many people know us, so many people hear about us. It's a strange, like, they're like, oh my God, is this really Kourtney J? And I'm like, yeah, it is. Like, it's surprising when I answer the phone now, because, you know, they understand that it grew and it's so much bigger now than it was before.
So now when they get on the phone with you, like, it's a privilege.
Well, I would say that, but they definitely feel like, you know, they're really surprised. Nobody calls me really expecting to talk to me anymore because of how I position myself in conversations.
Yep. And then, so let's say your sales team that you have, they handle, like, because I know the marketing funnel we've built with Scale for Credit Connect. We have all the ads that are running. Those leads go through our funnel. They opt in. They book a call. Those calls are being done by Leah. Is that right? Or
yes, that's correct. By Leah, my one and only sales girl that's dealing with my Scale side of everything, the FAMOS group. So basically, you guys added another window into my business. So I had doors, you got the house, you got lots of other things going on. You guys added like a whole nother interest, maybe not a window, but another door to where I was able to get new clients, funnel new clients, sign up new clients, like actually take their payments with another person completely, which is my sales girl, and run them through the whole process without me doing anything, like completely hands off. That's when I knew I had a real business, because now I make sales in my sleep, because I got Scale running 24/7. You guys are hitting hard with those ads, because I hear about it every single day. Somebody's like, oh my God, I seen your ad. Oh my God, I seen your ad. And I'm like, oh, that's great. Where'd you hear about us? Like, which ad did you see? Like, I don't even know.
Right.
But because of those ads and everything, the leads and everything that's going on, Leah is right there waiting for those ads. She's waiting for those consultations. She's waiting for those things to be booked up, which they are almost every single day. She's booked, rock solid. Okay. Like as soon as she clocks in to when she clocks out, she's got an appointment probably every 15 minutes, and people are calling, signing up. And it's just great, but she's running that whole side of it to where I'm still able to market and do everything else that I need to do and take care of 2 kids, wipe snotty noses, and, you know, nap time and everything. And I'm still doing sales like crazy.
I love it. So what you're saying is, like, you still are doing what you've always done. You're being you. You're on social media. You're still involved in the mix. Obviously, you also have your family life. You're taking care of that. Yeah. And so what the Scale system was able to do for you, like you said, was create a whole nother channel independent of you. Right. We're still using the branding of you and your Facebook page and all that. Right. But when you couple the advertising and then the system, the automations, and your salesperson, you're not actively having to be involved in that process, but yet you're still closing deals consistently with that process. So essentially, y'all could take me out of the equation and she could still run everything with Scale. And I'm confident she can make $25,000 to $30,000 every single month without me being here. Like when I was in Maui, she was still here and she was holding it down. She was running and getting everything done, sending everybody from Scale right after they make the sale, going straight to the dispute team. They're getting the disputes out and I'm not even hearing about it. No hitches. Like everything is just going down. I'm like, whoa, hey, 20K, what? Hey, what?
How did you do that? Like,
that's that good money, right? See, not all money is equal money. Like when you got, that's called smart money right there.
That is definitely smart money, to where I was literally in Maui. I'm spending money thinking, oh my God, I'm in over my head out here. Like I spent way too much money in Maui. I'm having too much fun. I'm relaxed too much. My phone hasn't rang. I don't know what's going on, but I check myself at the end of the day and it's like, I'm still at home. I'm like, how is this even possible? But thank God, you know, thank God, thank Scale.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Like, I think business owners have the wrong idea. They think you actually have to work really, really hard to make a lot of money. But when you have systems in place, the purpose of a system is to have the system work hard so you don't have to.
Exactly.
You know?
Make
and that's what you have now.
You don't have to work for your company.
That's right. You just put people in place, put systems in place, and then boom, let it run and do what it does. And that's where you guys are at. And it's exciting because you guys had a record-breaking month last month. You guys are killing the game. So what's next? Like, what's the future for your brand, for your business? What do you see?
Man, honestly, because everything is going so great with you guys, I want to do this again with, I want to open up another door. I need another channel for Credit Connect. We're going to brand it probably using my husband, excuse me. We're going to brand it probably using my husband's face, just because I feel like he might be able to reach a different audience than I can. I'm not really sure how that's going to go, but I know that you guys are going to be able to bring in those leads. And once they get there, we're just going to have another salesperson to get that other channel going. And if Leah is doing 25 to 30 and this person can do 25 to 30
Yep.
combined, they'll probably have roughly $60,000 a month with your
Yep.
system in place. Then, maybe I can step back a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to completely just get out of it, but I'll probably still keep my sales up because I'm so competitive. I think I'll be competing with those two people, but hey, that's more money for us. Like if they're doing their, 60K together and then I bring something to the table, anything is going to be just, well over extra. So I just want to grow. We're going to get bigger.
That's awesome. So the big question is, okay, so we could talk about sales, we talk about money, we talk about all this, but at the end of the day, why are you doing this? Like, what is the whole point of being an entrepreneur, making all this money? What's your why for why you're doing all this?
So I have a few whys. I think why for the credit repair industry is because I really understand that in my culture, my background, my kind of like family, my friends, people that I grew up around, people that are my age even, a lot of them are lacking in the financial literacy area. A lot of people didn't get this education in school, even in high school or college, and a lot of people didn't get that kind of stuff from their families. A lot of people are starting off on the wrong foot with credit and financial literacy, and I really feel like I can bridge that gap. I know that it's really important because I was actually in a spot where my credit was good, but I didn't have any money. But because I was able to leverage my credit, I was able to stay afloat and stay in this house that I just got, for my family because I had credit cards. A lot of people aren't going to believe that, but that's really the case. Like, because I had credit cards, I was able to, fuel my business and keep my household running when I didn't have a regular job. The reason that I want to be an entrepreneur is because I don't really trust. It's hard to trust, these other corporations now. You don't know if you're going to have a job today, tomorrow, the next day, or 20 or 30 years from now when you're planning to retire, because things are so shifty with the government, with the world, just, even with the coronavirus. That's a huge wake up call to everyone who has a regular job. And, maybe they were thinking that they were going to retire, but right now they're laid off,
Yeah. So true.
With that going on, I just want to be in control of my own finances. I want to be able to say, we're going to make this much money this month. Like I have that power to say next month, I'm going to make 70K regardless of what goes on. And I can say it and actually follow through on it because this is my corporation. It's my business. I can control how fast or slow it grows.
Man, that's awesome. I love it. And that's what it's all about. Being your own boss, having that freedom to basically define how much you're worth. And that's incredible. So talking to a new business owner just getting started who might be watching this video and they're like, man, I want to get to 70K a month. Like, I don't even know where to begin. What would be the one piece of advice you could give to a new business owner just getting started, what they could do to scale from where they are to where they would like to be?
You got to go all in. You got to go all in and you got to go hard. You have to believe in your brand or nobody else is going to believe in it. You have to really put everything that you have into it. So if you're working 9 to 5, then those hours between when you close your eyes and when you get off, you need to be working on your other business. Like, don't work 9 hours or 8 hours for a corporation and come home and work 2 hours for your business. You need to really, invest your time, invest your money, invest everything that you have into your business. Treat it like your baby that you want to grow and be successful. And if you really do that, then it's gonna grow. But I know a lot of people, the big disconnect, the big drop off is when people think like maybe you don't have to invest in your business to get to the next level. They think that they can keep doing the same thing and hopefully get a different result. That doesn't really make sense. Like if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same thing. So we need to think, 3 and 4 steps ahead. You need to start thinking like a big corporation if that's what you want to be. And big corporations are investing in themselves, investing in their business. They're constantly learning. They're constantly growing because they're thinking a few steps ahead. You can't be thinking about today and yesterday's money if you're trying to make tomorrow's money. So you have to think about the stuff that's going on tomorrow. Think about, if you invest in your ads, if you invest in getting a nice logo, if you invest in your education for your business, then that stuff is going to turn around and come back to you tenfold because you really put it in there and worked for it.
That's incredible. I know people are going to be like blown away by today's interview, and I know that you're opening up a new door for the overall brand and the enterprise that you guys are building about Holiday Consulting. Is that right?
Yes, Holiday Consulting. So with that, we are business consultants. We're helping other young entrepreneurs or even old ones, you know, you don't have to be young. We're helping all entrepreneurs start and fuel their goals and their dreams. We're helping people build up their business from business formation. Like if you're that first thought, okay, I want to open up a business. I need to get an LLC. Where can I go to help me file it? Who can I ask questions to about which entity I should get, whether it's a S Corp or LLC or however I want to file it. We're doing all of that footwork for them. We're helping people set up their business. We're helping them get EINs. We're helping them get registered with Dun & Bradstreet so they can build business credit. We're even helping people with the branding of their business. So if you're like, oh my God, I don't even know like what to do. I've got an LLC, but what's next? I'm there to help out and kind of fill in. I want to help you guys get brands going, the logos going for yourself, helping with marketing, because of course I'm plugging you guys in with the FAMOS group for sure. And even after that, I'm helping you close sales because that's what it's all about. Obviously, you don't want to make a business if you're not making money. So I'm walking them through the whole process of opening their business to their first 10K in a month.
I love it. So that basically, instead of them having to go through all the time, the wasted time and wasted money trying to figure it out themselves, you're basically going to just give them the blueprint. Hey, do this, and here's how you're going to get the 10K a month ASAP, right?
Exactly.
So how can people learn about this program and, you know, connect with you guys to if they want to do something?
So they can definitely find us on our website at holidayconsulting.org. It's new, so I had to write it down. holidayconsulting.org. You can find us there with more information. You can also book consultations there, and they can give us a call at 888-317-6696. If you're ready for the consultation right now, you just have a few questions about business.
Awesome. And Holiday is spelled a little differently, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2 L's. Thank you. Holiday with 2 L's.
Holiday with 2 L's. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. Is there any last words you'd like to share with our audience before we wrap it up?
Invest. Just do it. If you want to make money, you got to spend some money. You have to put some skin in the game to get something out. So invest. Whether it's in your marketing and yourself and hiring somebody else, you have to invest if you really want to get to the point where you don't have to go to work today. If you want to get off of the clock, you have to really put something into it to get something out.
I love it. Words of wisdom from an incredible entrepreneur and inspiration, Miss Kourtney. Thank you so much for being on here today.
Thank you.
It was really exciting. I can't wait for everyone to see this. I know the feedback's going to be amazing. Just keep doing what you're doing because you're inspiring a whole new generation of entrepreneurs.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was really great talking to you.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you so much.
No problem.